This podcast is brought to you by the California Coalition Against Sexual Assault, an organization committed to providing leadership, vision, and resources to those who work to eradicate sexual violence in our communities.
My name is Andrea Sundberg. I'm the Executive Director for the Nevada Coalition Against Sexual Violence, and I'm in Las Vegas, Nevada at the Venetian for part of the Campus and Training and Technical Assistance Institute. And I was here today as the Director of the Coalition to welcome all the participants to the lovely state of Nevada and to Las Vegas, and to also remind them that we have lots of cameras, so if they're going to do something silly, to make sure that, it's not on a camera, because they will post it to YouTube. And further that, to remind them that what happens in Vegas doesn't necessarily stay here. It's reflected in their bank accounts and sometimes episodes of Cops. So that was basically my job today, and one of the things I really wanted to get across was how much I appreciate all the work being done on college campuses. And I'm a proud member of the team at the University of Nevada, Las Vegas, and we just got our grant 8 months ago. So we've been diligently working trying to improve services for victims of sexual assault, domestic violence, or relationship violence, as it's now being called, I guess, and stalking on college campuses. And it's a great team to work with, but I just so appreciate all the work that's being done across the country of supporting survivors and making sure that, you're in college, you want to have fun, that this is a healthy and safe time for everybody. And if they do encounter violence, that there's resources available to help those people. We're in a very unique situation. About 2 years ago, right before I started, actually about a year before I started, our coalition completely collapsed, and we had no staff, and it was basically being run by our board of directors. And I was on the board at that time, and we started the search for a new executive director, and we just weren't getting candidates we were happy with. And the board was like, hey, would you be interested? And I thought they were crazy, and since that time I think they're really crazy. And I applied for the position, was interviewed, and they hired me. And so we have really been spending our time trying to rebuild the coalition. And we only have 2 full-time employees and 2 contract employees, so we're very busy. But one thing I'm very fortunate about is I have a tremendously supportive board of directors, and my outreach director is amazing, and she just does excellent work working with our rural communities. So I'm very fortunate to have really good, strong, supportive people around me that help us achieve our mission. But even in that time, we've been very successful working with our legislature to provide education to them about what changes needed to be made. Our relationship with the Attorney General's office is excellent, and we're very lucky to have Catherine Cortez Masto as our Attorney General. She's amazing and very proactive about working with victims, so that always helps a lot. And we've been doing a lot of training and making sure that policies are in place that help victims of sexual assault throughout the state. One of the things, the reason why we think it's important to work with the University of Nevada, Las Vegas and the development of their assertive team is we're able to offer training and technical assistance to their staff and the people on campus. And because I'm the one that serves on the team, I've been working in this field for 19 years. So I guess fortunately have a really strong background and have my master's degree in public administration, so I'm very aware of public policy and how to develop it. And we just, several of the members of the assertive team, when we've just started working with them to help them with the grant application, we're like, no, we need you on our team as we move forward. And I was honored that they would say that. And but for us, it's more about they're busy, they're trying to do actual outreach and reach those victims on their campus. And for my organization, I felt it was important because we're able to do the research that they need. And we're able to say, no, you go to your event, help the students, and I'll do the research on developing the Victims of Crime Compensation section. Or, we'll look into see what other campuses are doing, or whatever. I basically do whatever they ask me to, because that's just how we are. Our job is to be there for them. And if they ask me to do it, if it's within my time limitations to do, I'm going to do it. Probably the one thing, speaking specifically for the assertive team, that we're looking for is there's lots of great ideas out there, and especially since we're just starting, it's getting a better understanding of we as a team know what we need to do because we're the folks that are committed to the issue. And I guess it's getting to understand how do we convince those people that maybe don't care as much why it's good for them and good for their campus to change this policy or to change this procedure and make sure they're doing everything they can to help victims of crime on their campus. and getting them to understand one of the big challenges we often run into is we are a commuter campus. And so we do not have, fortunately, a lot of violent crime on the actual campus facilities, but we have a lot of folks that are being victimized in their homes, that are coming to campus, and their perpetrators also in school with them. And so it's trying to really educate the administration that, hey, look, I understand that the perpetrator's a student here as well, and you need to protect his right to education or her right to education. But more importantly, we need to make sure we keep this victim safe. And because they've done nothing that's illegal, they've done nothing that's wrong. And we owe it to them to make sure they know they're supported as they go through this process. And it's learning how to convince others that, hey, this is important for your campus, and it's good PR for you and good marketing to be able to say to parents, we care about our students and we care about their safety, and we're going to do everything we can to support them and make sure they're safe while they're in school. I just want to close by saying I'm honored just to be able to welcome people to the state of Nevada, especially the folks that are sitting in this room that really want to make a difference for people in our country and people across the country, and making sure that we are working towards a goal of eliminating violence. It's the most amazing group of people, and you get together with them, and they're a lot of fun, first of all, which I appreciate a lot, but also more importantly, they're so dedicated to this issue. And it's so great to be around people that when I, talk about sexual assault and relationship violence and stalking, they don't shy away from it. They want to talk about it. And it's overwhelming and wonderful, and I hope people come back more to Vegas for conferences like this.
Thank you for listening. This episode was brought to you by the California Coalition Against Sexual Assault. For more information about CALCASA's mission, or to show your support, please visit our website, calcasa.org. That's CALCASA.org. If you'd like to watch or listen to other presentations like this one, you can subscribe to our podcast feed. Visit www.calcasa.org/feed/podcast.